10 minutes from now, you're going to understand the basics of DaVinci Resolve, and you'll know enough to open a clip in Resolve and start editing. Big thanks to Artlist for sponsoring this video. More on them later. When you open up Resolve, the first thing that you're going to see is the project manager. That's this screen right here. This is where you can open and organize your past projects. If this is the first time you've opened Resolve, it's going to be blank. Once you have a few projects, it'll look something like this. You can double click a project to open it, or you can click down here on New Project to make a new project. It'll ask you to name the project. So we'll call this My Video 1 and hit Create. And this is going to throw you into either the cut page or the edit page in Resolve. Down here, this is really important. These are the pages. And if you click on any of these buttons in the bar, it's going to switch out not only the interface for this app, but its kind of core functionality, like the main thing that you're working on. Most of your time is probably going to be spent in either the cut or the edit pages because this is where we make our story. Okay. And just for simplicity, go over and click on the edit page for me. And let's talk about this because this is really the most versatile page in Resolve, and it's going to be where you spend most of your time. The first thing we're going to do is import some media so that we can actually edit it. That's going to happen over here in the media pool. All you have to do is right click in the empty space and go down to import media. You can also hit Control I, find some kind of footage or stills, whatever you want to add to your project, select them here and hit open. It's going to throw the media into the media pool. And now we have these clips imported into our project and they're ready to work with. But we haven't made a video. We haven't edited anything. To do that, we need to make a timeline. I can make a timeline either by right clicking here and going to timelines, create new timeline, or I can hit Control N, or I can just grab one of these clips and drag it down into this space right here. And that's going to make a new timeline. See, we have this timeline show up right there in our media pool. And we also have it active down here, and we have our clip added to the timeline. The timeline is where we actually build our video. This little red line here is our playhead. If I hit spacebar, I can play this back, and it always starts right here at the left. And so we're generally going to put our clips all the way to the left here. And now I can play this back, and here on this right viewer, this is our timeline viewer. This is where we're going to preview the actual images and story that our audience is going to see. And so I play this back like this. Great. Up here is the toolbar, and you can use these tools to adjust the clips in your timeline, but you can do a lot just with your normal selection. For instance, I could grab the edge of this and drag it over this way, and it's going to trim the edge of that clip. And I can do that at the end as well as the beginning. Then of course I can move it down here. I can also split the clip by selecting this icon right here, this blade, and I can click wherever I want it to split. And I can drag clips and move them around in the timeline. And that's pretty much how you build your story. And so if I want this clip to be first, then I can grab this next clip and trim that and pick just the part that I want. Grab this next clip, pick just the part that I want, and we're pretty much off to the races here. All of the clips go on a track in the timeline. And if I drag a clip to one of these upper tracks, then it's kind of a layer on top of my other videos. And so it's going to be over the videos. And so we're only going to see the top layer when we play this back in the timeline. We also have audio tracks. And so I'll import some audio here, and we can grab an audio clip, whether it's a voiceover or music or anything, and drag that down into our track. And I can do that as much as I want. I can even put tracks over other tracks, but unlike the video, it can actually play both of these at the same time. And that's really how you kind of build your story in the edit page. If I want to adjust something about a clip, I can select it and then go up to this button right here that says Inspector. I can open that up, and that's going to give me properties for whatever I have selected. And so I can grab this zoom and push it to the right to zoom in my video and rotate it and do all kinds of crazy stuff to this just by selecting it and adjusting it in the inspector. I'm going to go ahead and open up a project that I already have made here. And here I have my clips laid out in my timeline, my video clips here. I have another layer over this clip. I have my voiceover and my music. All of that happens in the edit page. And here's what's really cool about Resolve. Not only is it an editor, but you can do all kinds of fancy detailed things to your edits as well. But we're going to pause the timer for just a second, because if you're new to video editing, you might be thinking, where the heck do I get videos to practice editing? Well, all this footage that I'm using for this example video is from a website called Artlist. Artlist is our favorite place to get stock media, whether it's stock music, or beautifully shot footage. Everything they have on here is super good quality. And if you're looking for AI tools, they just came out with their AI toolkit. Check this out. This is a whole workspace that's designed to make it easy for you to generate whatever you want to generate. And it can do everything from something that's really realistic like this to stuff that looks a little bit more surreal. All you have to do is describe the video you want to create. And so for this project, I needed a drone shot of a hardware store called Home Barn, and that doesn't exist. So I generated a still and then gave that still motion with the tools here on Artlist so I could have a good establishing shot for my ad. I also got this clip from Artlist, which is a real clip, but I wanted a different angle on it. And so I had it generate this camera move that goes into a nice close-up on this guy's face from that original footage. Not only that, but if you go up here and click on the little waveform, they have all these different kinds of voiceovers. And so you can just type in whatever you want in your voiceover and it'll speak it for you.
Home barn. We have 2x4s and grills and other stuff.
And it's super realistic. If you're looking for any kind of media for your projects, whether it's stock media or AI generated, Artlist is the best. We use them all the time. That's why they're one of the few sponsors on this channel. So thanks for helping us out with this one, Artlist. And if you want to smoke a deal on an Artlist subscription, there is a link down below. Sign up now, you will not regret it. Okay, time in. Once you have your edit done, it's time to jump into the fancy pages. By that, I mean Fusion, Color, and Fairlight. What if you want to make some motion graphics? Well, you can right click in the media pool and say create new Fusion composition. I'll hit create, double click on that, and that'll bring us into the Fusion page. From here, we can build everything from animations to visual effects to all kinds of crazy stuff. And we build it with these building blocks called nodes that we link together to make pretty much whatever we want to make. I mean, the sky is the limit when it comes to what we can do here in Fusion. And I have a ton of videos on how Fusion works if you're interested. But this is where you would put together your motion graphics. I'm going to switch back over to the edit page here and drag another Fusion composition that I have down here like this. And this one is an animation for Home Barn. A little more simple, but nice and classy. And we can build graphics like this really easily here within Resolve in the Fusion page. Another big thing that every video needs these days is color correction. All we have to do to get into color mode is just be looking at the timeline we want to color correct, and then go down and hit the color button. And that's going to take all of our clips, all the separate clips in our timeline, and throw them into the color page. Then we can select each clip and adjust it with the controls that are down here on the lower part of the screen. And this is a whole huge thing. I have lots of videos on this too. But basically how it works is you select the clip you want to adjust. I'll close a couple extra panels here so we can see what's going on. And then you make the adjustments with the tools down here. I'll just grab this contrast and push this up, adjust the saturation, maybe push that saturation up a little bit. And I can grab this pivot and maybe move this back and forth to adjust the brightness a little bit. And then I can click on this little rainbow sparkle button to see before. Here's where we were, and here's after. That's a huge difference. And depending on the style of your video, this may or may not be what you want, but you have all the tools you can possibly imagine when it comes to color grading here in Resolve. Resolve is the king of color grading. So you can go through all of your clips and make sure that they all look exactly the way that you want. Once you have those looking good, you can go into the Fairlight page. The Fairlight page is where we get really detailed with the audio. Here I can make these tracks as big as I want. I can select a track and add effects here in the mixer by clicking this plus. I can add all kinds of different audio effects. I can also double click on this green line to add things like audio compressors, if you're familiar with that. The little cyan line, I can adjust the EQ for the whole track. And this is where you get super detailed with your audio. It's like a fully fledged audio app right here in 1/7 of Resolve. So Fusion is fancy stuff. Color is color grading. Fairlight is audio. And when you're all done, you click the deliver page. And this will let you render your project. That means convert it into an actual video that you can upload to YouTube or send to your friend or give to a client. All you have to do is set your settings over here. So I'll just say H.265 master, name it, tell it where to put it. Don't put it on your desktop. Don't be like me. Then you click add to render queue. That's going to put it in this little to-do list and you hit render all. That's going to go through and render your video. And that's all there is to it. Obviously, there is a ton more that we need to get into here, but that's the basics of it. If you're just getting into Resolve, well, you just found a gold mine of awesome videos because I have a ton of stuff about Resolve, perfect for beginners. And if you want some media to practice with and a great resource for generative AI stuff, there is a link in the first line of the description to get a smoking deal on Artlist. All right? Whew, we did it.